What is up, my viewers? Spang here, bringing you another World of Tanks gameplay commentary. Please ignore any noise in the background, because, I have my windows open, it's hot. Anyway, this is a game from my buddy, Tank677. He and I, in case you were wondering, are friends in real life. It's just, I prefer not to give out his name if he, people have online aliases for a reason. Anyway, I have not seen this game, nor have you, so I guess we're in the same boat. I will be issuing a play-by-play, as is the typical fashion. Anyway, as you can see, him rocking his 704, pretty standard. He loves this tank in, TD. And he's playing on one of the new maps, Dragon Ridge. Now, I have yet to really get a good feel for this map. I haven't really played it all that much. But what Tank did point out to me, because he and I have been playing a few games together, is that this map is good for TDs. And that is mainly because you start on the high ground, and anything that goes down in valley is just free shooting, like fish in a barrel. This map, very good for TDs, apparently. He is the TD expert, at least I defer to him. TDs aren't really my style, but yeah. Anyway, here we go. He's got a lot of forces coming right across the front here, and this seems to be pretty typical for what I've seen when I play this map. WoT Tiger getting right in front of him. Wow. Good job, team. They're just getting right in his way, and they're going up. Nice parking in my line of fire. Really? Come on, team. See, Tank is always smart. He plays the TD as it's meant to be played. He will get behind cover. He will get in the bushes. He will hide his tank, actually. And he does have 6th sense, so he knows when he's spotted. They made a pretty heavy push towards the town, as you can see. Now, town seems to be a pretty decent battleground most of the time. Ooh, very heavy push in the town. Tank trying to get shots, but, they're all behind those buildings. He doesn't have a single shot. His team pushing around the long ways. I guess that could come in handy, but at the same time, it's leaving town very short-handed. Basically, mediums and TDs trying to run into the town and take out those heavies. IS-8s are light on the armor, but really, I think they should have sent more of their heavies towards the town. I don't know what that E75 and M103 are doing way over there, but to be completely honest, I don't think they're helping their team all that much. And yeah, well, I cannot tell what they have over there, but it seems they actually did a pretty heavy push around the side too. So actually, that may have been the right call. They didn't do it knowing it was the right call, but that's a lot of this game is fog of war. Fog, friction, etc. You have all those elements at play. Leaves that 4502 at 1%. How much health is that? Oh, he doesn't have the health bars. He only has percentages. That is one thing about replays. You see what settings they have, but barely anything left to sliver. He's debating whether or not to take the shot on that O2. He bounces off it. Shouldn't have even bothered. Intuition perk applied. Not really going to help him out there. Again, town seems to be basically the main push of this team. They sent a lot of heavy stuff there. A lot of tier 9s. 2 IS-8s and a 4502P. That's no idle push. As well as a low. This is a pretty heavy hitting match. A lot of tier 9s. Few lower tiers, but definitely a lot of 9s. And here, his team got a medium around into the back, causing problems for their 1 artillery. His team got 2 artillery. In my opinion, I think his team had a bit of an advantage artillery-wise, but I don't know how well that translates to an actual advantage on Dragon Ridge. Now, here we go. We see that the far western push is not faring too well. The teams are evening out. Everyone's telling that Type 59 needs to stop spamming. Please do not spam. It only irritates teammates. And they hear you the first time you ping it. You don't need to ping it 15 times, okay? If you do it, you're acting like a child. Please just have the self-restraint to not be immature and annoying. And anyway, I digress. Back to the battle. Tank pushing into the city. Hitting that IS-8 for not quite enough to kill him, leaving him at 1%. WoT Tiger taking a shot, but not finishing him off. Tank getting hit from the far side, but it didn't do any damage. As you saw, it was the darker red, basically saying he didn't suffer any damage. I think personally, I think the 704 has what's known as spaced armor, and that basically means if the shell enters your armor wrong, it's just going to kind of lodge itself into your armor and not really go into your tank, causing any damage. 704 seems to eat shells, basically, is what I'm saying. Now his team, like I said, that western push, not going very well for his team. And I think this is what Tank was talking about. He has clear line of sight. If they push that valley, he's going to have shots on all of them. Getting a shot off on this M103, hitting him hard. Definitely took off, he took off over 30% there. That's no idle amount of health. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about him ignoring the town right now. There was that one threat still present in the town, but he is paying attention to the larger threat, which is over here. Didn't really hit that M103 for any damage, surprisingly, but he did catch him on fire. I can't say I've seen that before. Again, heavy still in the town. I think that's a IS-8, to be honest. Gonna hit that E50, good amount of damage. Double tap with the Jagdtiger, just 1-2. That's how TDs work really well. If you have TDs working in tandem, just bam, bam, that works really well. I'll have a game up here very shortly showing you exactly what I mean. TDs working in tandem is something to be very feared. Now, Tank and this Jagdtiger basically mitigating the fact that the West was a complete loss. His team pretty much only has TDs left. They have heavies. So it's kind of a brawl of which is the better type of tank. Or rather, who knows their type of tank best. And I think, I'm not quite sure how this one's going to turn out here. I'm not sure why Tank sent me this game. I'm not sure if he wins. But, I mean, I think he's doing rather well for himself right now. Jagdtiger waiting for the shot or got his gun broken. No, he just fired. He was just waiting for a better shot. But a little late on that. Tank still has not been spotted. I find that kind of odd, but I guess the 704, I guess, hides really well. It is hard to spot, especially at a distance with camo net. Oh, I see. I think the perks are broken. Because, as you can see, it's saying his binocs and camo net are on all the time right now. So, I don't know if it's actually working in this replay. Quite odd. But Tank, however, when he was playing this game, he knew when he was spotted. Tiger P, oh yes, it is working. Okay, there we go. Tiger P, I'm pretty damn sure he's not going to be getting through the 704. At least not from the front. IS-8, that 1% IS-8 still alive. If you recall, Tank hit that early on. Basically, he's going into town, trying to finish him off. IS-8, why are you still alive? You should not be alive. Tiger P trying to get a flank. To be honest, I think Tank should be ignoring it, trying to kill that IS-8. The other IS-8 joining the fray. Town is the big battleground at the moment. I would say Tank just crashed through those buildings, kill that Tiger P. But the Jagdtiger decides to lend him a hand and finish off the Tiger P. Tiger P, in my opinion, it's good in its tier, but otherwise not really that great of a tank. It only has 200 something frontal armor, and that's mitigated by the fact that you just shoot its turret. So even in its own tier, it is good armor. I'm not gonna lie, he's spotted here by that other IS-8. Bounced the shell, surprisingly, from his bum. Lucky him. He was trying to save our artillery. Right now, it's looking like he's gonna lose. Man, this is going to be... It's really up to him at this point. He is spotted, probably by something down. I'm not sure what he was spotted by, to be completely honest. Now, he needs to make a decision here. He is the last tank standing versus 4. Damn it. If there's one more tank, he would have an opportunity at the Kalabanov's medal, which is basically stand alone against 5 tanks or more. 5 tanks or SPGs and win. So he would have a shot at that if one of the other tanks remained alive before his last guy was killed. I mean, after, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Come on, Tank, you can do this, buddy. He knows his TD, he knows how the 704 works. It is his tank of choice. Now, right here, he realizes he needs to go on his base. He needs a line of sight on his base to kill that guy. And I'm just realizing exactly, that was the first time right there that he has taken damage this entire round. So getting 4 kills and that being the first time he's actually taken damage, is pretty epic, not gonna lie. The IS-8 is in hot pursuit. Tank is running back to his base, trying to kill this guy before he's capped out, taking shells left and right. You know, it's a good thing he wasn't taking damage earlier because, well, that would have spelled doom for him. To be honest, looking at it right now, I would say he's gonna lose. He doesn't have anything going for him right now. His gun just got damaged. Luckily, Lady Luck is on his side, and that shell hits its mark. IS-8, are you gonna be an idiot? Oh, IS-8, you are such a moron. Oh, guys, I know what you were thinking. That IS-8 was gonna ram and kill him, but chances were pretty good right there. Oh, artillery almost finishing him off. It's down to the wire now. Tank making very funny comments in the chat. But honestly, that IS-8 did not have the health left to really risk that. He was basically, that IS-8 was full-on kamikaze. He wasn't ramming with the intent to stay alive. He was ramming with the intent that they both die. And as you can see, he misjudged how much damage his IS-8 could really do on a ram. Maybe if he had controlled impact, it would have been better. But to be honest, I think with the amount of health Tank had left, it was never going to happen. The IS-8 doesn't have the weight, it doesn't have the armor or momentum to really finish it off. If it was an E100 rolling downhill that hit him, probably. I've seen E100s ram other tanks for 500 damage. And basically, okay, we know one thing right now. We know that this artillery is most likely hurt because of that Type 59 that got into their base. That was very sneaky. So we know artillery is most likely has Overwatch on their base, is very hurt, and actually it doesn't even matter if he was hurt or not. If I was Tank, I'd actually load an HE shell right here, because I know against armored targets, HE does 300 to 400 damage on the 704, T30, etc. And against targets with open roofs, you know, open air targets, such as TDs with open turrets, or like you saw right there, artillery, it is guaranteed to do more damage. That is straight from the devs. So I would have had HE loaded there to basically ensure that I did the damage necessary and I didn't accidentally critical. But Tank still came through for it. Very good match. Tank killing 7 of the enemy, doing a very good job for himself. So we see he took 15 shots and hit 16. Not bad. Base defense is 96%. Cutting it close there, Tank. And he took 8 hits, which for a 704 is pretty good. Now we see right here, Tank got Sniper, Defender, and Top Gun. He didn't get Steel Wall, but that's because he simply did not take the number of shots needed. Anyway, if you like this video, click that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you got a replay to send in to me, send it to spanglereplays@gmail.com. Link in the description. Basically, I was very impressed. Tank pulled off a win I did not expect. This is why when he and I are playing together, we have such great synergy between us. We often end up having a higher win ratio than when either of us play separately. Because, I mean, you get 2 good players on the same team knowing what they're doing, and your team has such a better chance of winning. Anyway, this is Spang, and I'm signing off.